Hello, Daryl here. The channel is Programming in Any Language. The supporting website is www.black-duck.com. You'll find the videos and PDFs of the code there in most cases. The video is the Anything Database version 2, part 8, Clear. Clear is wiping out all data in memory and starting all over again. That's all it is. Therefore, the process to clear everything is simply clearing all the lists in the application. And thinking about the user, it is probably a good idea to ask them if they are sure they want to clear everything. This is going to be an easy one. In fact, it's going to be very similar to the delete button we just finished. We have nothing more to do than simply erase the entire file. What we're going to be doing here is the Anything Database version 2, part 8, Clear. And in Clear, we're going to remove all records from the file, just like it was never there. You can see Clear right on the side here. We're simply going to clear the list and display a record count. That's all we're going to do. Very similar to the delete function in many ways, except we're deleting one record here. Here we're deleting all the records here. Which brings the question, what do we tell the user? Do we let them know? And it's probably a good idea to, again, put that warning message out so that the user might have accidentally hit the clear button, didn't mean to. We can give him a second chance to come out of it. Take a look at this and clear this up a little bit. We see the clear button, clear list, display record count. That's all we're going to be doing here. So somewhere in here we'll put that message and let this thing go. How are we going to handle the form? Well, the form, actually quite a bit of it gets handled here. Navigation is going to get turned off because we're not going to be using navigation anymore. There's no records. You have to add again. It's like we're starting all over. We're certainly going to be using the LBL user message to inform the user that that file has been cleared or been canceled. If we decide not to clear it, the record number of records are going to drop to 0. We're not going to have any records in the thing. All of these are going to get cleared, and this is going to get turned off, just like we're coming in new. So this is going to be setting up the form as if we just started the application for the very, very first time. So all of these text files will be used here. The buttons remain in place. Button clear is the only one we're going to actually program here. So it's actually fairly straightforward, but we're hitting a lot of parts on the form, so it looks more confusing than it really is, and it's not that confusing. To show you what we've got the form sitting up here, and if we just click on the clear key, we can open up our code so we can actually start programming the button. We're going to be doing something very, very similar to what we did in the delete button, which I think is right above here. Yeah, it is. So we can kind of do some copy pasting here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. Now, we don't need to check to see if the record is greater than or equal to 0. That's unnecessary. All we need to do is actually set up the message and then do our work. So I'm going to kind of grab this first piece right here. In fact, I'm going to grab all of this right here. Do a Control-C and pop it in right down in here. And then I'm going to put in the braces for my if statement. And I'm going to put an else down here. So we're all set. Now, what I'm setting up here, let's raise this. What I'm setting up here is I'm going to be setting an area where I can actually delete the entire file. Otherwise, cancel is going to get rid of it and say no. I want to change these messages a bit. I'd like to say, let's say, responding, no more caps here. Responding, YES will remove all records. Period. Do you want to continue? And the question mark there. So that's what we're going to be asking it. We'll make it a warning message, so our string dialog is going to stay the same here. And we'll set up our var result, message box, show string dialog. So we're going to show the message, show the warning. And then we're going to have a yes/no question in here. And then we'll put the question on the box, inside the message box right here. We'll have a question mark sitting out there. So we're going to have basically a yes or no response to this thing. If yes, we're going to delete everything. Otherwise, we're going to operation cancel. And we've got that thing sitting right up here. So I'll grab it, lay it in right in here. And then we're going to do what we have to do here. So we are set up to now cancel it. So nothing will happen if we do this. But if we say yes, we're going to do a number of things. We want to clear the list record. So we'll say clear list record. That's going to clear all records from memory. It already exists. Right here you can see it. List first name clear, list middle initial clear. Everything's being wiped out. So we already have this routine set up. We used it before. That actually wipes everything out. So they're gone right now. Now it's just a matter of of setting things up so the screen looks right, the form looks right, the user's informed. Int record count is equal to 0. Reset record count. Int right pointer is equal to -1. Set pointer to point at nothing. With no records in the file, -1 will do that for us. Panel navigation dot visible is equal to false. We're turning off the panel navigation panel. We don't want to be able to navigate because there's no records there. We're going to clear the text boxes. There may or may not have been data in those text boxes. Display the record count. I love methods. They just save time of self-documenting. The code has already been written to do most of this stuff, so we're basically done with this thing. And finally, our label user message. Just borrow from here and make some modifications. And we'll call this thing database file has been cleared. And that's it. That's all we have to do. Let's test this. Run it. Bring up our file by loading it. Records data file read is completed. Go to our top record, Daffy Duck. Strike forward in there. Elmer, Tweety. That's it. That's all we have. Just 3 records. We'll go to the middle one. We'll now do our clear. Responding yes will remove all records. Do you want to continue? No. That leaves us alone. Operations been canceled. We can navigate back in here. There's our Daffy. There's our, if we go forward, we're looking at Elmer, and we're looking at Tweety Bird here. That's fine. We'll back up again. This time we'll do a clear. Yes. Database file has been cleared. Everything's gone. I can't do a thing right now. Record's been set to 0. There's no navigation here. The only way I could do it is I could actually add records to it. We can simply add a new record here to it. Daffy D Duck. I won't bother with anything else. I'll say update to this, and that puts our first record in there, which we now can see. However, remember, we did not blow away our file. If I hit a save right now, we would blow away our file. But I didn't blow away our file, so we could actually do a load on top of this, wiping out this piece and bringing all our records back in here. Data reads complete. There's Daffy Duck. There's Elmer Fudd. There's Tweety Bird. So they're all there. They weren't gone from the file, but they certainly were gone when we hit the delete key here, or when we hit the clear key here, and got rid of them from memory. But we still had the file there. Saving a blank file would have wiped them out. That's really the clear key. It's very straightforward, very simple when you start looking at it. That really completes everything except search, and we'll be looking at that next. That's the clear button in a nutshell.
Like delete, clear was pretty straightforward. Our next and last function will take some more thought. Next, we're going to look at search. Thanks for watching. Visit the website when you get a chance, and please subscribe to the channel. There's more stuff coming every week. We'll see you in the next video. Take care.